of Affirmations challenge. Let me go ahead, make sure that we are all good. Live is started. Okay, live is started. Looking a little laggy, but I think I should be good, hopefully. Hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, no. Why do I hear myself?
Hey,
Hi, Jada. Good morning.
good morning. I'm
All
looking to
right, let's
see.
see.
Okay. Yeah, you're like moving in slow motion.
Oh, make sure my Wi-Fi's on. That would help, Kayla. Let me make sure. Yeah, I closed out all other apps as well. Okay, and that's doing the thing. I don't even know. Are we not meant for videos?
Why are we going through this?
Before I joined, I forgot to exit out the live, and now I hear us in the background on my phone. That's what's happening. Say that again.
I said they definitely have some kinks to work out.
A little bit. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great start to their Wednesday so far. I'm joined by the lovely Jada West, and I am Kayla the Angel. And I'm so happy and grateful you all are here with us this morning for day 3 of the Simplicity of Affirmations challenge. So I hope everyone is feeling good. Y'all are up early, I'm assuming. So, what we are going to do. Hi, Isabel. Isabella. All right, so for today, similar to yesterday, I guess we can do a slight reflection, or actually, it's a little later. So I think probably for today, let's go ahead and just jump into today's perception and affirmations.
Like a run through of what we've been doing. Hey, Antoinette.
All right, so what we are doing with this challenge, for anyone that follows me or is subscribed to my channel, you know that I love all things affirmations. And especially over the past year, I have been able to use affirmations as a tool to help transform the way that I think about myself, which then controls how I show up in the world. And I'm just so happy and grateful of the confidence that it's instilled in me and the courage to go after my dreams and becoming the version of Kayla that I always know that I wanted to be and that I can be. And in the process of helping myself, I've been able to help people like Jada, someone who was a little against affirmation, anti affirmation, a little bit.
I shouldn't go to this. Okay.
Being me, I have been able to inspire her and so many others to be able to see the power in affirmations. And the way that I go about affirmations is based off the page affirmation guide, which is available for purchase at kaylatheangel.com. And in the guide, I go through the 3 steps that it takes to truly help make you show up off the pages of your journal and help you show up in the world around you as a person that you want to be. And with that, the first thing that we do, we don't even, writing affirmations isn't even the first step. First thing that we do is take time to truly perceive what it is that we need to hear. Then, from that, by taking a personal look at what I'm going through, how I'm feeling in this moment, I can then find the words to speak truth into the person that I know that I am. And after we do that, then it's having to take action to confirm the affirmations and how we show up in the day ahead of us. So, when it comes to perception, this is when you really have to be honest with yourself, because the depth of how affirmations can truly transform you is really dependent on how willing you are to be honest with yourself and be real with yourself about what it is that you're going through right now. And, especially I'm really grateful. Jada and I had a great conversation yesterday where we really were able to get personal and really focus on something that was really impacting us. And so we're going to kind of go through that today. But I see we have 5 lovely viewers with us today. So if you are someone that may be going through something and, kind of has something heavy on your mind, heavy on your heart, that you really are trying to overcome, but you're stuck in your head about it instead of trying to get ahead about it, I would love for you to share that in the chat so we could help and, provide those words of affirmations to help you see the truth of the situation. So let me go ahead and get my journal set up.
A little bit. But my I think the one that I really got to confirm yesterday is that my opportunity for success is limitless, which is interesting because the ones that were inspired by me were the last two. And I feel like I didn't really have the kind of day yesterday where I could really sit with the last two. And so I think that that's and it's cool because it's still there. But it was funny because it was the one that I didn't even think of the first time is the one that I end up actually resonating with and confirming because yesterday I was able to make a connection with a videographer down in Richmond. And I made the opportunity myself. Like I just went up to him and I was like, "Hey, do you like this like your full-time thing? Like are you a videographer?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was telling me how like he has like retainer clients down in Richmond. And I was watching him like move throughout the event that I was at, and he was just like I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." Like I was just like really fascinated by it, and then like all the gear that he had and like the microphone and stuff. And so I asked like to connect with him, and he ended up asking me if I would be interested in being like a second shooter, which I had thought of before, but the fact that he asked if I would be interested, I'm like, "Oh my yeah, like I feel like that would be cool." So I made a connection, and it's somebody that's like, legit. It's not somebody that I just found. So yeah, I felt like that was like confirmation for that. So I wanted to share that one real quick.
I'm so happy to hear that. It's so crazy how when you start to believe it for yourself, how much, again, the opportunity just comes to you. Literally, just from putting yourself in the mindset of, yeah, I'm open to opportunity. That literally is just, I feel like law of attraction, and just really is just that alignment. How beautiful that is. I'm so happy for you. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Let's see. I guess for me, when it comes to the confirmation from yesterday, I would probably say it was the last one with the I have genuine relationships with others built on trust and care. Um Yesterday, my little sister Emily ended up calling me, and just for her to call me just randomly, I was able to just, just speak, even though it was a short conversation. She called me because she needed to hear my voice, and just to be that source of, calmness and peace for her. I was grateful in that moment to be that, and just knowing again that she trusts me enough to be there for her when she needs it the most. So I was very grateful to just kind of have that, and then just knowing like I'm showing up for her, showing up for myself as well too. So, oh man, I love all my. Oh man. So as we shift into today, let's go ahead and take some time to talk through perception. And again, perception is taking time to see what is it that we need, or what do we perceive that we need to hear in this moment, or what are we perceiving that we're going through in this moment as well.
I would say that one of mine is I was thinking of like the term I feel like I made it up, but spiritually apathetic. Like not necessarily feeling like I don't care about my spiritual side or health or just like my relationship with God. But almost kind of feeling like a little distant from it, and also kind of being turned off by certain people who also are believers. And not everybody, like I can talk about it, and I enjoy talking about it, but I feel like there's a certain way that it's like done, like certain groups and communities, and it's like, no, thank you. Like I'm just like not I'm not feeling it. Even like some like seeing like Christian influencers and things like that, it's just been it's not, I've been scrolling past it. Like I don't know, I just don't know how else to say it. And so I've kind of been feeling a little um like I don't know, just feeling a little disconnected from it, and I feel like it feels a little apathetic. And I remember being in a place where I feel like I was more consistently praying and consistently um reading scripture and using scripture, and even just like listening to sermons. Like I feel like I was more hungry for it, I guess. And right now it feels like it's cool if it's around and I'll listen to it. Um but it feels like it feels like something is like missing from the connection. So that's something that I realized today, and I was like, dang, I definitely gotta be honest about that one, because I feel like I've been feeling it for a while. But just like, just kind of like shrugging it off and just moving along. So yeah.
Are you able to hear me okay? I hope. I might have to just turn my camera off.
Okay, I see you moving now.
Barely. Okay, yeah, now I see you moving. Oh, so weird. Um, okay, we're good now. Yeah. I feel like it's just like we take turns being frozen. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate y'all liking the live, tapping the screen. But yeah, I just that is as we were speaking, that is something I'm not hungry spiritually, I guess, like almost like feeling like that. And I think especially, I restarted the Magic Gratitude Challenge. So I think of course with that gratitude definitely helps connect me with God a bit more. But of course, even still on just the yeah, that fellowship level, that seeking more knowledge and information, reading Bible. Sometimes it is like, oh, I'll open the Bible app just to read it, but not really digesting it?
Yeah, I haven't even. Well, I was never a big Bible app person, so but I love reading the Bible in general. Like that's always been like a thing for me. So I feel like like who am I trying to say? Antoinette is saying that she has a spiritual hunger to be more spiritually intelligent. Yeah. I think that I think that it I can't say that I have the hunger to be more spiritually intelligent. Um, but it's not, I don't know. I don't know if it is because I don't know if it's because I don't want to know more. I don't even know if I don't know if it's intelligence, I guess. Or maybe it is. I don't know what it is that it is I'm not feeling the connection to. I don't know how to describe it. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But what I can say though, because I know we have a time frame we're trying to stick to. I do know that I I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm moving in the wrong direction though. And I guess that's the part that's kind of weird. Like it just feels like I'm in a different season and I feel like I'm moving in the right direction for that connection to grow. And so I feel like I feel comforted in that. What I think that I'm perceiving that I need is to remain encouraged that I'm not far from God. I'm not disconnected from him. Even though the season that I'm in doesn't look like what I'm typically used to in connection with him, I feel like I am I feel like he's showing me a new way to be connected to him. Like I think he's showing me something different. And I feel like in that and trust in that I will have that I guess like that feeling that I'll have that feeling again and maybe it'll just look differently basically. Connected to God and relationship. I think that's a part that's always been kind of hard for me to resonate with. What I have felt though is I felt like I was disappointing God and I was afraid to come to him. So like I never felt far, but I felt guilty. I felt guilty. I felt guilty and I was like, I can't come to you until I get myself together. Like that's basically how it felt. So like I never felt I always felt like he was there, but it was like I can't come to you yet. Like I don't deserve to come to you. Like I've been doing this X, Y, and Z. I've been all over here, frolicking around. Like now I'm coming to you. I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm allowed to. And so like that, I guess that's like more what I would or how I would describe it. I would love to talk about that because there's actually something that I studied a while ago on shame and conviction and shame and guilt and conviction that would be an interesting conversation. I'm gonna write it down and maybe we can talk about it later, Antoinette, because I think that's definitely an interesting topic.
Feeling a need to remain encouraged that I am not far from God. Learning to maintain connection with God. Is that kind of aligned with how you're feeling? Uh, I need to remain encouraged that I am not far from God. Learning to maintain connection with God.
And I would add to being encouraged. Yeah, and I feel like I would love for it to be like being reminded that I'm still in relationship with him. Like I think that that's I know I'm being particular about my words here, but it's because it's really like I don't feel far. I feel I want to be reminded that I am in a relationship even though the relationship looks different than what I'm used to. Yeah, I will say, Antoinette, that I don't feel like they're the same thing. Just yeah, I don't feel like they're the same thing. I feel like guilt can lead to conviction. And that's how you know that it's righteous versus if it leads you to feeling condemned. The feelings that they feel different. They're different experiences. So if guilt is leading you to feeling convicted, then that's how you know that it's God. And if it's leading you to condemnation or you're feeling condemned, then that's how you know that it's not from God. So it's almost like the feeling that leads to the bridge that leads to it.
More of that conversation.
I have to find the journal I wrote it in. Isn't one of these journals, these many archives that I have now. But if I can find it, then I'll definitely give like scripture reference and everything because I did a whole study on it. I was like that weirdo. This is why this is such a weird space for me, Kayla, because I was that I'm calling myself a weirdo, but I don't think that it was weird. I just was passionate. But I would write sermons like from when I was like a kid. Like that's how I study. Like I study by like writing sermons. And so like I would have like full outlines of like topics that I cared about just because I was so interested in it. but I was never preaching. Like I was never getting up on nobody's pulpit. I never was preaching. That's just how I studied. And I was like just genuinely interested in studying it. So if I have a question, and I feel like we're probably pretty similar in this way, even though you may not, navigate it exactly the same way. But like if I have a question about something, or if something starts to like really interest me, then I will go on a deep dive and like find like all the scriptures that I can about it, and look up the definitions of things, and like write stuff out and like make notes on the topics. And so like that's how I came to like that thought process, because I was thinking like, what's the difference between conviction and condemnation? Or no, it wasn't condemnation, it was shame and guilt. I was like, what's the difference between shame and guilt? And that was what led me to do like a whole like deep search into it. But it was just because it's a question sparked my interest. So yeah. So I'm used to being like that when it comes to scripture, but I haven't been like that lately. So but that part of me hasn't stopped. I think it is not strictly biblical what it is that I'm diving into, but I feel like the connection is still there and it's going to lead me to it. So,
No, that makes sense. Mhm. Thinking through affirmations now. Let's see if anything comes to me. And also looking at the time and knowing that I gotta get going soon.
thought process you got.
I think really just to I think sometimes again one thing that I get hung up on is just trying to make it sound pretty. When again, sometimes it doesn't need to. Sometimes you just need to just say it as it is. So when I look at feeling I need to remain encouraged that I am not far from God, I see that as my connection with God is a foundational element of my life. Like it always is and always will be. Mm, I'm glad. Mm.
Is it really? And it is. Like as I've never been far from him ever in my life. So I love that because it feel like it brings me back.
Need to be reminded that I'm in relationship with God, even if it looks different. I embrace the different ways God shows up in my life. No, I like that. I embrace the different my relationship with God. And then I feel like lastly, my life reflects the love that God put inside of me. Day 3 of the Simplicity of Affirmations challenge, Jada and I are honest in perceiving that we need to remain encouraged, that we are not far from God. We are learning to maintain connection with God. And we need to be reminded that we are in relationship with God, even if it looks different. And the affirmations to help us and anyone else that needs it today are: my relationship with God is a foundational element of my life. I embrace the different seasons of my relationship with God, and my life reflects the love God put inside of me. I just read. I'm hoping Antoinette, the comment is just delayed because I just read through 'em. But I'm so grateful for everyone that was able to join us this morning. Again, Jada, thank you for taking your time and your honesty and being able to have this conversation. I know I definitely am very much encouraged to get here on time so we have more time for conversation tomorrow, because I think that really is just a powerful element of this whole challenge as well.
We still chit chatted. Let me read through. Oh, okay. She said it's delayed.
All right, love bugs. I am going to go ahead head to work, but I'm so grateful I was able to take time to fill up my cup so I can start my day and truly aligning myself with these affirmations. I hope everyone is encouraged for the day ahead. Jada, I hope you have a great day. Antoinette, thank you for joining us. I will see y'all tomorrow.